Hey, did you know that when cars first appeared, their security measures were almost non-existent? Now, we've got key fobs. Not only do they help you remotely unlock your car, they also have some hidden features not many people know about. Let's start with parking in tight places. You're driving the Tesla Model S and you've arrived at a busy parking lot. The only available space you can see is the tiny area between two cars. Here, you can use your summon feature to sort things out. You launch the system on your screen, and then you activate it with your keys by pressing the button in the center. You turn your vehicle to face the parking slot. Then you press the button at the front end of your fob, and your car moves forward. When you want to stop, just press the same button. If you want to move it slightly backwards, press on the top of the fob. Once the hazard lights start blinking, press the one at the back and watch it go. You've got a hidey hole for a key. You went swimming with your friends and you accidentally jumped in the pool with your key fob in your pocket. Oh boy. You go out to test if it works and uh-oh, it's malfunctioned. Not many people know this, but there's a mechanical key in your fob for just this situation. You can access it by pushing a button on your key fob and then pulling it out. But there's a trick. Some cars' key slots are visible while others are hidden behind the door handle. With some others, you need to move a plastic cap next to the door handle to find the hole. Fold in your side mirrors. You're at a busy parking lot again, and to protect your car from scratches, you need to fold in your mirrors. Well, some cars do this when you lock the doors. It's called automatic mirror folding. Clever name. With some keys, you have to hold the lock button for a second before your mirrors will fold inwards. But there's a problem with this feature. Some people casing expensive vehicles, such as Range Rovers, know this trick. The car's mirrors will automatically close inward if the fob isn't in the vehicle, but if the key is still inside, the mirrors will remain deployed. Some of them even look at Google Maps to check areas for cars with mirrors that aren't folded in. Starting your engine. It's a chilly morning, and right before leaving for work, you want to warm up your car. You can do it with the push of a button, usually the one in the shape of a curved arrow. In the old days, this risk was tricky. Someone could see the keys in the ignition after your car had been started, jump in, and just drive off within seconds. But today, manufacturers fit remote start apps as a safer alternative. You can start the engine without a key while your car doors stay locked. Lower your windows. Oh, it's a hot summer day, and before driving to the beach, you want to get some fresh air flowing in your car. Some vehicles give you this feature. You can press the unlock button on your key fob, and within 10 seconds you need to press it again. Hold it until your windows roll down. But be careful, the button isn't always labeled on everyone's fobs, so you have to know which sequence to press and for how long. Unlock your trunk. This one's tricky. In the old days, you had to place your key in the keyhole of your trunk to unlock your car. Now, newer models allow you to open it with the push of a button. Even if this isn't new, cars with keyless entries have an advantage. If you accidentally drop your key in the trunk and close it while your car is locked, you'll still be able to open it. Bailed you out, huh? Smart keys can work as proximity detectors. If the fob is within 18 inches of the mechanism, your car will recognize the key and unlock. In most cars, you can find the button right above the license plates, but with others, it can be at the back of the handle. It'll keep you safe. You've just lain down to take a nap and you've left your keys on your bedside table. Suddenly, you're woken up by a weird sound near your garage. But you can use the keys to respond. There's a panic button on most keys. When you press it, the car blares the horn and flashes both headlights and taillights. The loud noise will attract the attention of people on your street, and whoever was there will be scared away. Adjust your seat. Imagine you've got a fancy company car, but a few people have access to it. Every time you get in, you have to adjust your seat to get yourself into a comfy position. There are manufacturers like GMC that allow the key to memorize your favorite position. Each key fob is given a different number, so when you get in the car, it knows who's driving. Even though key fobs have made our lives easier, there are some things you should keep an eye on. Since you can easily press buttons to do things, you should keep your key fob somewhere other than your pocket. Imagine unlocking your car while you try to lock your front door because your car keys are connected to your house keys. Or accidentally rolling down your windows during a snowstorm and not even noticing. The same applies to the number of times you press the buttons. Let's say you're walking away from your car and you can't remember if you locked it. You press the lock button again, but this time you don't see the lights flashing, so you decide to press it one last time. This sequence could activate your car's remote engine start, and things could go downhill fast, especially in a closed garage. Key fobs aren't built for extreme temperatures either. Even though they're water-resistant, they aren't waterproof. Avoid jumping in a pool with them, otherwise you'll be looking for the mechanical key I talked about earlier. Hey, some of them can even affect medical devices, so be careful. Key fobs emit wireless radio waves, which can penetrate purses and thin walls, but not metal. Remember this, it'll come in handy later. To respond to your button pushes, your car has sensors to detect what the fob is telling it to do. They get all that power from a battery that lasts for a few years. But you'll know when you need a replacement because your car will stop responding to some commands. People who take other people's cars use smart devices. These can copy or amplify key fob signals. They use a technique called man-in-the-middle. Here's how it goes. You're parking your car in a busy parking lot. The moment you press lock, they can copy the signal. Once you walk away, they're able to open and take your car. Your key fob doesn't have an on or off button, but you can protect it at home. Since radio waves can't travel through metal, you can place it somewhere like a microwave. Just remember not to cook it. And here's a fun one. If you're trying to lock or unlock your car and it's out of range, try pointing your key fob at your head. This turns your skull into an antenna, and the fluids in your head help to increase the range of the key fob. Or it could be because you're lifting the key fob higher above the ground. Who knows?